It is the Riot Podcast. Good Wednesday to you. We had a good Wednesday,
I think so. Do you think it's because of the Krispy Kreme Cinnamon Toast Crunch collab that we tried? Or is there another reason it was a good Wednesday?
There's a lot of reasons, but this Krispy Kreme sure didn't hurt.
It helped.
Yeah. In fact, I only had the equivalent of one entire donut. I think I need another one.
You need to go back for more?
Yeah.
I like it. They were good. I thought they were pretty solid.
How many
overall,
did you have already?
I've had probably one. I've eaten half of both of mine.
Okay. And you? Did you even finish yours?
I had just a couple little bites. I just had
how responsible of you.
A few nibbles. And that's about it.
Yeah, today on the show, one of the things we talked about was the Easter Bunny. Now, not even related to what we talked about at all. Do you guys think the Easter Bunny is like a scary figure? Like in your mind, like similar to like clown vibes, like how a clown's supposed to be a fun thing.
Yeah, if you ever see the Easter Bunny at like the mall or wherever, like where would you even see the Easter Bunny nowadays?
Yeah, probably the mall.
The mall, but nobody goes to the mall.
Well,
people go to the mall.
People go to the mall to see the Easter Bunny.
I guess so. That's the only thing malls got going for them.
I think if you look back in history too, like especially like with Santa Clauses and Easter bunnies, the portrayal of it, like the artistic take, way back in the day was a lot harsher and scarier than like the nicer Easter Bunny we have now.
Yeah,
he's evolved. Into a better bunny.
I just saw like a bunch of videos on TikTok and stuff of like somebody's weird uncle coming like dressed as like a scary bunny, and all the little kids like, that's not the Easter Bunny.
Maybe you're just more scared when you're younger too.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it does have like the Easter Bunny outfit, unlike Santa, where you're seeing the actual face of a person.
Yeah.
But the Easter Bunny, it's just like cold and emotionless. It's just got that big fake smile, those teeth that could chomp you in half. It actually is pretty scary.
It could be I feel like little kids, like it's kind of like how they're scared of clowns too. Were you guys ever scared of clowns?
No.
I was never really scared of clowns either.
No, not scared, but just uncomfortable.
This is the second time you brought that up. So are you actually scared of clowns?
I don't know if I'm scared of them or not. I can't tell. Like as a little child, I don't remember being scared of them particularly. But like it is obviously like a scary movie that involves a clown. And so, but I think if I saw one in public, I wouldn't be afraid of it. I don't think.
You know what I wonder about clowns?
We don't understand why they choose that profession.
Yeah, I know. Can you imagine if up on the weekends I was also a clown? Like that would be
fitting for you.
It would be fitting, wouldn't it?
Do you think okay, this is a weird thing to say.
Here we go.
Clowns are always like they've got the face painted, and then the rest of them they're wearing like a crazy getup, right?
Yeah.
I always wonder, are clowns like they're painted all the way over? Like if you were to get a clown with a shirt off, would it still have paint everywhere?
Okay. No.
Would it be different colors, or is it just like a normal human body?
They paint their face white, don't they?
Weird.
They paint.
Doesn't that
nice?
Doesn't that concern you?
I don't know.
They're
Let me look
not.
up.
Then why paint their face?
Because it's a part of the get up.
Yeah, they're supposed to be.
Are you Googling shirtless clowns right now?
No, I'm Googling clown. I forgot their face was all white like that.
Yeah,
and then their hands,
that's what I mean.
They have gloves on. They had to paint their neck too, but they've got to cut it off like right here.
Yeah.
You know how much time would be wasted?
That'd be almost more upsetting then.
Well, I think it's just supposed to be so then you can portray, like, we can't be smiley all the time, but if it's painted on you, it's supposed to be like a character, or what's the, a mime? Sort
Oh, the
of?
mime.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Just makes you look more expressive.
Yes.
Well, what if you made the rest of your body look more expressive too?
Well, the thing is, Hudson, no one's supposed to see any of that.
Yeah, I guess not.
If you order a shirtless clown to Radio U, we'll never forgive you. We'll never forgive you.
Whose birthday's next?
Yeah, exactly. Whose birthday is next? Yeah, some other things we talked about. We talked about Thomas Muffin Tops. Now, I'm a huge muffin fan.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And so I like blueberry muffins. If you guys ever wanted to bring any in, you're more than welcome.
No, nobody else likes them, so we're not.
You guys like blueberry muffins, don't you?
No, of course
What?
not.
Right.
What?
Blueberry muffins, there's nothing more disappointing than when you think it's a chocolate chip muffin.
Yeah, it's blueberry.
And then it's blueberry.
Really? See, I've
Yeah.
always been a big blueberry muffin guy, but like the top part, to me, was never the best part.
Oh, you like the bottom?
I like the bottom. Yeah, I always like the bottom better. 'Cause it always was softer. The top part's a little harder.
The top has that like sugary coating.
It
though,
does, but I don't know.
sometimes.
I just like the softness of the
enjoy.
bottom. It's kind of like a cupcake, the top of it with the icing on there. Nobody wants that.
So now we're talking about topless clowns and muffins without the top.
And
too.
without the top.
bottomless muffins.
Bottomless muffins,
It's
baby.
worse. It is horrible.
So everything that we're talking about in the podcast essentially does not relate to anything we say later
No.
on. But there are topics that are similar to those in there.
That we just use those buzz bullet points for jumping off.
Yeah, exactly.
I think You're Welcome is in honor of our podcast intro today. And don't forget, when you're done, like we always do with our food fights and our interviews, head over to RadioU Riot on Facebook and YouTube, and you can watch our Krispy Kreme Cinnamon Toast Crunch collab video anytime you want after the podcast is done.
And you'll hear from us later on.
See you guys.
Bye.
Lower your expectations enough, and you'll never be disappointed. You're listening to The Riot on Radio U.
Either of you watched any of the new HBO show Winning Time? You seen it? No?
Nope.
You don't have HBO, do you?
Do not.
Do you not have a family member that has? No,
No HBO subscription.
Man.
Isaiah's still the most amazingest because he purchased a TV on Craigslist or Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook.
And it was still logged into Netflix for the person who sold the TV. And so that's how you can have Netflix. So
Forever, hopefully.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
may they never change it.
Yeah, so for HBO, they have the new series Winning Time. If you haven't seen it,
Is that the basketball one?
Yes, it focuses on the Los Angeles Lakers and how they went to, and the NBA went to, the Lakers were always a perpetual runner-up to the Celtics in the 70s, and the NBA was waning in popularity, and then, if you go by the show, and it feeds off of some history that Jerry Buss buys the Lakers, and then that turns everything around. It's very interesting. I've watched a couple episodes. I'm not caught up on it, but and keep in mind, if you're like, oh, I should watch it, it is an HBO show. I'm just,
Heads up.
yeah. So
What, you didn't think that they played naked basketball? Is that it?
they might as well. But one of the things that you'll see if you watch the show is it is they don't make. In a way, they make it like a documentary, but it's clearly not. Everybody's portrayed by actors. It's a dramatization. And some of them are very clearly, it has to be over the top, right?
Sure.
Even if they are bigger than life personalities in real life, they could not be the way they are in the show.
Oh, see,
truly.
I thought it was a documentary.
Oh, no.
So did I, yeah.
No, it is all actors. Like John C. Reilly plays Jerry Buss in the show. So one of the things that is now kind of facing some backlash for is Jerry West. He was the coach of the Lakers at the time of the show, and he is portrayed he comes off as very manic,
Sure.
like over, again, more so than you could even believe somebody could be in real life. And so he, as well as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was on the team at the time, of course, big star, they have slammed HBO. Jerry West has even said he's going to take it. He will take it all the way to Supreme Court if he needs to. Because of how he is portrayed in the show. He doesn't think it's accurate.
Oh, so is he going to sue them? Or?
Yeah, it sounds like he wants to. He's already sent a letter, and he's demanded a retraction from HBO because he says it's a deliberately false characterization and a baseless portrayal.
Well, I feel bad, but normally when we hear people that say, I'll take it to the Supreme Court, that's when someone is over the top.
Yeah, because they have no idea how it works, right?
So perhaps he is, and maybe he just didn't like the light shined on him.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, the way he's been so upset about it feeds into the way he is portrayed in the show as a hothead that can't control himself and gets upset over everything.
Well, now you get to see it in real life.
Yeah, but that all said, though, the show is pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
but can I tell you what's cool about it is they do stuff with the camera to make it look like, as in, like, if you look at old news footage and stuff from that time, it all has that, like, color to it and whatever, like a little fuzzy, and it has, like, the off color. That's it. They do that a lot in the show, which looks really cool. Now, let me tell you something. And it's pretty funny. It's entertaining. The flip side is, what's weird about it? Magic Johnson. We know Magic Johnson, right?
Yeah.
Big part of the show. And Magic Johnson, like, by all accounts, he was really like this. But he's, like, all the women want Magic Johnson. He's like this sexy guy or whatever because he's in the NBA. But you look at Magic Johnson now and not being alive during that time, it's hard to picture Magic Johnson being like, oh, Magic.
The sexy one? Is that it?
Right.
You think he's not an attractive guy? Is that what you're saying? You don't think he's good looking?
I'm not saying anything about attractive. I just mean, like, his personality now is just such, like, a goofy dad type personality. It's
Well, he is a goofy dad now.
Well, yeah.
Back in the day, he was a ladies' man.
I guess so, but it's hard to imagine. I guess all of our any of our parents could be like that. Now you just think of him as your goofy dad.
What do you think they're calling you? They're saying he's some ladies' man. That's what they're calling all of us,
Lady
probably.
will be goofy.
Yeah, they're calling you Mr. Goofy.
30 years down the line, it's going to be like, can you believe people thought Hudson was sexy?
Yeah,
My
exactly.
goodness. My
Exactly.
goodness. Yeah, just wait for that documentary.
Yeah. The other thing that's tough about anytime you make a basketball show is you've got like Magic Johnson. I don't think he's quite 7 feet in real life, but he's close. And in the show, like it's hard to make any TV show where if in real life, Magic Johnson and the other person wouldn't be in like the same frame.
In the same shot.
Yeah,
But in the show, he's all just slightly taller than everybody else. That's another thing. You just gotta put that. That's how you know it's not a documentary.
Sure.
Because he's able to be seen in the same picture as
Well,
like
look
the
at this.
girl he was going out
Hudson's
with.
taking apart everything.
Yeah.
So
I do like the show though.
He's like,
But
but I
guess
do like it. It's a
I've
good
given
show.
a lot
But
of reasons to not like it.
So
I guess.
that's Winning Time on HBO, and that's the one where it's Jerry West who is critical of how he's been portrayed in the show.
Yeah.
We've done you a favor by selecting the best of the worst and compiling it all in one place. Riot Podcast Radio U.
Should have talked about this yesterday for Taco Tuesday.
Oh yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, but you know how it goes. We had too much to talk about, and today we have less to talk about. No.
How about we forgot about it yesterday, so it's a we forgot about it Wednesday.
Sure, there we go. Well, we have the opportunity for you to have the title of Chief Taco Officer plus $10,000.
Nice.
Yeah, you could be the new Chief Taco Officer for Favor, which is I didn't know that there was like regional food delivery companies. It sounds like DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever, but it's based out of Texas, and they are offering somebody the opportunity to be their Chief Taco Officer. Wonder if you get like a badge.
Probably not, because then it looks like you're trying to pretend to be impersonating.
Well, you are. You're an officer.
You're
You're the Chief Taco Officer, and so you get to go around the
You're a
state of
CTO.
Texas and say, you whip out your badge, say Department of Tacos.
Can I speak to your manager?
Yeah, please provide me with every taco on the menu.
Well, if you want to try for this, you drive across Texas, staying in each city for 2 days, eating tacos delivered by the company for at least 2 meals, so breakfast and dinner, they're saying. You'll get free food, accommodations, transportation, and free delivery from the company for a year.
Nice.
So if you want to be a Chief Taco Officer, it does seem like you have to be in Texas. So that goes for a social media job during June and July. That's when you'll be taste testing all the taco places.
That doesn't sound like a bad deal, does it?
Not bad at all.
Well, you know what, though? You have to devote a year of your... Did you say a whole year?
No, you get free delivery.
Oh, free delivery for a year.
from
But you only
the-
do the job for June and July.
Correct.
Oh, that's not so bad then.
It's not at all. And then you can get
$10,000 for 2 months?
Yeah, that's what
of
you
taco eating?
get paid for.
I still wish it was more like you're like the police of tacos, the taco police.
Well, you can work from there.
Yeah,
This is a jumping off position.
I'd love to head into a restaurant and like inspect the tacos. You know, this has too much pico de gallo for industry regulations. We're
feels
gonna have to
like-
strip you of your license.
You need to be a health inspector then.
Yeah, that's right. That sounds like that Chief Taco. That I want to be the taco inspector.
So that's Favor, which is in Texas. And, well, they might be in other states. We're just not familiar with them.
Yeah.
But their website, they're accepting video applications and a short form, essay, something to get into it. That's before May 12th.
How come we need to get in on one of these?
We can't. I mean, we're not in Texas. So
But one of them.
one of them we could.
Well, we see these jobs all the time where we could be making a pretty penny to do stuff we're basically doing anyways.
Mm-hmm.
We already are going to taste Krispy Kreme donuts today. Why can't we be the Chief Krispy Kreme Officer?
As a team, too. We could really bring a lot to their social media.
Exactly.
Or we'll drive things down. Could be one way or the other.
If we don't like it for some reason.
We'll drive it down.
But we got to be honest, right?
True.
We got to stay true to our convictions.
Would Hudson and Nikki's celebrity couple nickname be Hucky or Nidson? It's a good thing they aren't together. The Riot Radio U.
COVID relief money. Remember that?
Yes.
Wasn't that nice?
Yeah,
To
well,
just get random money?
businesses would get some, but then also that personal one.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like, when it was tax time, no. It wasn't free.
No, but I would take another one.
Sure, yeah.
I'll take another one if you want to send it out. But in Japan, of course, the United States wasn't the only country to come up with a way for their government to kind of send people some money to stay at home or whatever. And we have one town in Japan where they were going to send, it was a small town, they were going to send everybody their COVID relief money. But instead of sending it all out to one person or to each individual household in the city, instead they made an error. They sent it all to one guy. Yeah, they sent all of the money, which wound up in terms of American dollars, it would have equaled out to about $362,000.
It's a smaller town because when I first saw that, I was like, "That's it."
Yeah,
but it's 463 households.
Yeah.
Applied for a payment of about $781 each. So that's kind of what all he got in one payment.
So $362,000 this guy gets. Once the town realized their mistake, their government realized their mistake, and reached out to this guy.
You mean he didn't voluntarily tell everybody?
He did not let everybody know, and he might have had a good reason to not, because he had his own intentions for the money, of course. So when they contacted him and asked, well, what happened to the money? He really just said, it's been transferred to an account at another financial institution. It cannot be undone anymore. I will not run. I will pay for my crime.
Oh, so he's done something.
Yeah, he used that money on something. It is unclear, it's odd because you would think that there would be some kind of record, right? Whether he went to the bank and withdrew $362,000 or sent it to various places to pay off debt or buy a bunch of stuff or whatever, you'd think they would have some kind of something.
He said it was not used to repay debt, but I feel like it's gone to someone else.
Yeah.
And he's not saying it. Let's see on the...
I think he's got it in his mattress.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, whatever he hasn't spent in cash.
The mayor of the town that made this mistake issued a public apology. They sent another set of payments to the households. Mm-hmm. So, they've taken care of it that way. They're just trying to find the original money and get that back from him.
So what would you do if you get
what would I do?
$362,000 as a mistake?
I would be so excited for the first day, and I wouldn't spend any of it. And then, I guess the good side of us would be willing to tell them that they've made a mistake, because they would come for you afterwards.
I know. That's why you got to live like a king while you can.
And then if you spend it, you'll just have to figure out a way. They'll make you pay for it eventually.
They can't make me pay from jail.
Yeah, they can. No. You earn wages
It doesn't
in jail.
matter. It doesn't matter how much money I have in jail. Everything's taken care of for me. Paid for by old Uncle Sam.
Well, then you're going to be in jail for a while.
I don't know why I haven't done this crime already.
So this guy, no further details, but they want him to return all the money, which was about $362,000 that he got.
They're going to find out eventually.
Why are Hudson, Nikki, and Isaiah always eating on the show? The more we feed them, the less they talk. The Riot. Radio U.
So there is a new prosecutor on the case in Polk County, Iowa. In fact, not on one case, but on several criminal cases in Polk County, Iowa. The Easter Bunny has been named as the prosecutor.
What does that mean?
Well, you know what? I'm not a legal expert, so I don't know what a prosecutor. What they like? They present the cities, the state, with the government side.
Yeah.
If they're somebody's going to trial, they represent the government.
I think
and try
so.
to get them, which really is supposed to represent the people versus this potential criminal.
Yes, a prosecutor is a legal representative of the prosecution in states.
Okay,
yeah, thank you for looking that up to me.
That's what the Easter Bunny is doing. In
Why
Polk
is it
County,
named?
Iowa. Now, the true reasoning behind this is just a whole lot of technical mumbo jumbo. One person in the county prosecutor's office one attorney was taking over cases for another attorney. They had to be digitally, like the cases were transferred to that person.
Yeah.
And when whoever was doing the transferring, they had to transfer some of the old cases away and give them to somebody else, but they didn't have somebody else to give them to. So the Easter Bunny name was just put there as a placeholder
I see.
for the time being.
They say it's not just Easter Bunny. It could also be Easter Santa Bunny. You might see that, or you might see...
Well, that's its full name, the Easter Bunny's full name.
In case you have to. I think there's like Looney Tunes characters. So it's not like uncommon, but they have to put in just, Santa Claus.
They had to
like
put something.
The defendant, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so...
I like this one. Santa Claus is a defendant, and his description charges are kidnapping.
I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him.
Could be.
I think we're all a little too trusting of the big man. Well, it's not as fun when you hear the real details as it is to just imagine the Easter Bunny. You walk into court, your trial, and you're the defendant, and you see opposing you, the Easter Bunny, to cross-examine you or whatever.
That's Prosecutor Bunny, if you want to call him that way.
Right, that's his official title. He would like to approach the bench.
Yes, he would.
I don't know. What do you imagine the scenario? The Easter Bunny being a prosecutor. I picture the Easter Bunny being he's fallen on some hard times.
Aww.
People just aren't as into getting the Easter eggs as they used to, and so something has happened. So somehow he winds up he's fallen into another line of work.
Yeah.
He's got to pick up some attorney prosecuting cases. And so he's at the bottom of the barrel, Polk County, Iowa.
Well, you
starting to working his way up. Yeah,
I feel more like he'd be the criminal, and it's like embezzling or something, or whatever.
Why do you think the Easter Bunny? Why do you think he's a criminal?
Because it's always the ones that you thought you respected and you thought had it all together, and then you find out they've been embezzling eggs forever.
Yeah, right. They had to get those eggs from somewhere.
That's right.
Easter bunnies just don't have eggs just lying around. They got to take them from somewhere.
Same for Santa Claus.
There's some kind of Ponzi scheme or something with the chickens.
Oh my gosh, Christmas is it's a pyramid.
Yeah, exactly.
For Santa.
Somebody's losing out on the deal. Lots of people's life savings of eggs.
Yeah.
And toys were all taken up by Santa and the Easter Bunny.
Well, we don't have to worry,
It's a whole crime ring.
It really is just a case of a lot of times with paperwork when it comes to the Polk County clerk and all that stuff for their office that they're just putting any name in there.
What if that's where the Easter Bunny gets the money to give away all the eggs? Is it's actually a very successful attorney?
Maybe.
And he's the one they turn to, and when they've got a tough case.
You call the
Easter Bunny because he'll get a prosecution.
I feel like this is a show. This could be a perfect, I don't know which network it would be on, but something.
It would have to be like Showtime or something. Like it's for adults.
It's
the
dark.
Easter Bunny, he drinks a lot, always smoking. You don't want to walk into his office unannounced kind of thing.
Oh, he's stressed.
Yeah, we don't even want to know.
Okay, well, sorry to the Easter Bunny for creating that scenario.
Yeah, right.
The Riot promise is that they'll always have an opinion on everything they talk about. But that doesn't mean any of their opinions will make sense. This is The Riot on Radio U.
What is the best part about hockey?
The fighting, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Isaiah, you agree?
I agree with that, yeah.
Okay, good. Then I've got the perfect thing for you. Because I know you guys,
fighting?
I don't think you watch a lot of hockey, do you?
I used to go watch a lot of college hockey because
really?
They used to fight more.
Oh, is that why you went?
Yeah, absolutely. You can't fight, so you like to go watch others.
Yeah, sure. So what if I told you could have all the fighting of hockey without the hockey? It's an exciting new sport called boxing. No, just kidding. It is
Boxing
actually
on ice.
They have Ice Wars. It is a new thing where they literally have not any current NHL players, but they have professional hockey players.
Yeah.
And they get them out on a ice rink. It looks like a hockey rink, but they've kind of shrunk it down a little bit. And they're in full hockey garb, and they go out and fight. It's called Ice Wars.
Does this feel like arena football or something to where it's not like the professional sport, but it's, former players and they are just happy to still somewhat play again?
Trying to get some kind. I don't know. It feels like, like arena football, the fan-controlled football league where players are just happy to get any kind of check to do what they used to do, on a more professional basis.
It is so weird to watch.
I'd much rather watch this than like third level from the NFL football type thing, wouldn't you?
I don't think so. I don't think I would, because I don't watch boxing now. Do you watch boxing regularly?
Not regularly, occasionally.
So yeah, I just don't feel like this would really tickle my fancy. It feels like
it's
just
much shorter, doesn't it? Looks like it'd be shorter.
Isn't it just
Hockey fights
boxing on
usually don't
ice? Is that what it is?
It is.
It's not the same.
It's pretty
It's
close.
not the same. What do you mean? It's just fighting.
Yeah, but boxing is
On ice.
boxing. You watch a boxing match; it takes like an hour sometimes. They just stand there, they dance around. In hockey, it's all action. That's what people love hockey fights, because it's just like you just skate up to each other and you start going.
Yeah, well,
you don't. There's no of the circling around type of thing in boxing.
Yeah, but all this is for the hockey fighting is basically the one person pulls the shirt up and over the neck of the other person. They're wearing that little waist thing. They grab at it. The ice, they're shuffling, and that's about it.
They might as well be pulling hair out there. Like they aren't actually landing good punches.
What?
There won't be a
Not
knockout. That's
good-
not happening. That's not going to happen out there.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. So it's safer.
Yeah, it's safer, but that doesn't make it any more fun.
Oh, come on. You just said hockey fighting was the best part of hockey.
It is.
Now you're going to tell me you don't want to watch Ice Wars.
But that just tells you how what we think of the rest of hockey, I think.
I think it needs the game with it, like the energy and the excitement of
The tension.
you're not supposed to fight, but you do
Yeah,
anyway.
it's because it's bad.
There's
We
no
know it's wrong.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
This just looks like two older guys are fighting.
Dueling it out.
Yeah.
And it's just it's not the same, but I guess if you enjoy fighting, then maybe this is something.
It feels like something, instead of having, because it looks like it's its own thing. On May 21st, you'll be able to watch an event on Fight TV, whatever that is. Never heard of it. But it feels like instead of that, it should be something they should do like in between periods at a hockey game.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
That would make more sense. Yeah.
It feels like it should
There's
be
a
on
place for it.
the other stage.
Yeah.
And some people
Or
believe
like a state fair.
I was thinking that it comes
it's
on
like turtle racing.
Yeah, exactly. It comes on at 9 o'clock right after slap fighting.
Yeah, that's about what it is. It would benefit, and some people think, of course, that you shouldn't have fighting in hockey at all. So you could still appease the people that want hockey fights and appease in a way the people that don't think it belongs in hockey by just having not players from the actual teams, but kind of representatives of each team come out in between periods and duke it out, or before the game even. We could really build up the energy in the building. Man, that'd be a lot of fun.
Well, the thing is called Ice Wars, and they say it's gaining in popularity, but that just might be them saying that. But if you
What are they going to say? Actually, we're falling on hard times. Only 5 people tuned in. Not doing great.
Well, whatever they say to try to get you to watch it. It's interesting. It's not quite as fun as if you're watching a brawl during a actual hockey game.
Yeah, it would be better too if there's like in real hockey fights. Sometimes like everybody on the ice starts getting into it. So real hockey fights are still better. But will I tune into this?
Maybe.
Maybe. There's a chance.
Maybe.
There's a chance. I've at least heard of Fight TV now, so there's a chance.
They're happy to at least have you mention it once.
Hudson, Nikki, The Riot on Radio U.
Check this out. Muffin Tops.
Yeah.
That's how they bullied me in high school. Called me Muffin Top.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. It's not my fault. I had to wear my sister's hand-me-downs.
You did? Wait, I thought you were homeschooled.
I was. And I don't have an older sister.
Okay, so that wasn't it.
No, it's not true. Muffin Top, it is, I guess maybe Thomas is trying to put that old pejorative, and make that not the first thing you think of when you say Muffin Top. Instead, you're supposed to literally think of the top of a muffin without the rest of the muffin attached.
Now, if you're a fan of Seinfeld, don't get mad. But wasn't that the Seinfeld thing?
Yes,
okay.
it was. They cut off the muffin tops.
I don't want.
And then I think they send the muffin bottoms to the homeless shelter or whatever.
Because Chris, who works here, is very, very much into Seinfeld stuff, and I don't want to be yelled at because I don't remember.
Yeah, no, you remember correctly.
Okay,
so very
it.
well done. Well, Thomas, now that was in 1997 when that episode came out. So what is that? 15 years later? No, more than that. I don't know. What? 25 years later. 25 years later, Thomas has finally thought, that's not a bad idea, the muffin top.
So is that Thomas as in like Thomas's English muffins?
No, my friend Thomas.
Listen, yes, it is.
Thomas, the nooks and crannies. They are making muffin tops that you are now going to be able to buy in stores They are going to come in 2 varieties. You could either get chocolate chip, or for some reason, if you're insane, you could get blueberries and oats.
No, you don't want that.
No, of course not. So you can eschew the part of the muffin that nobody wants anyways and just get to the good part, the top only,
well,
for
was anybody
about
else
$5-ish bucks.
Like just me? I mean, I'd eat the whole muffin, and I was happy for all of it.
I don't think it tastes that different, right?
No, it's fine.
The top and the bottom, they're both all right.
And we don't need to talk about cutting back. Like, cutting back is not eating the bottom part of it.
That's a good point. Maybe that's what they're thinking. If you just only eat half of the muffin, the top half, maybe they can say, oh, it's less calories than a whole muffin.
Dude, I was excited to eat the entire thing.
Yeah, so you want to try these sometime?
I guess. I mean, I'm not as much I'm more of a cupcake person.
Oh, yeah.
I like a little icing on it. So for muffins, I always thought, it's a tiny bit bland.
Muffin or bagel?
Bagel.
Bagel for
Absolutely.
sure, right? Muffin or English muffin?
English muffin, but still preferring bagel.
See, I saw also that that the company, the Thomas, is bringing back their maple French toast English muffins.
Oh, that sounds good.
Now,
I've never had
sounds
that.
good. Yeah, I know. I want to go look for those.
But
I'm more excited about that than these. But they, a chocolate chip muffin top. I just know some people really enjoy the muffin tops. They really enjoy their muffins for breakfast. And so I think this could be exciting for you.
So that's an option. They're coming out with that. I guess maybe we'll take a look-see. It doesn't feel like a Riot Food Fight.
Nah, it's not quite exciting enough, is it?
If you hear us going, we're just going to have a muffin.
Don't say we didn't warn you. This is the worst of the riot.
So more CinemaCon news from the, it's a trade show is the best way to put it. So
for
it's
theater owners.
Theater insiders. They give them all kinds of news that they can then also gets passed on to us about what's coming soon to theaters. And one thing, we don't know exactly when, but this, and it's also not a huge shock, but what we will be getting is a sequel to the Batman.
Of course.
Warner Brothers revealed that last night, that the Batman, the one that just came out about, now close to 2 months ago, starring Robert Pattinson, directed by Matt Reeves, they are making a follow-up to that will be coming at some point in the future.
So Batman, $759 million to date.
Nice.
For the global box office. So it is the highest grossing movie of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wanted to know, would Robert Pattinson come back as Batman? And they said yes. And they assumed the other guy as well. What was his name?
Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves. He would also be back as the director. Because I was watching and looking at some insider stuff this morning, and they said that everybody's not convinced those two got along.
Oh, really?
During the movie making process, which is not uncommon. I mean, people don't always have to like each other. They just have to have the movie come out.
You spend a lot of time together making a movie too, when you're the star and the director. So.
And they're both going to be coming back.
We give them some time away, some time to think and some time to take a bath in their money that they received. And
doesn't it make it better when they make so much money?
Yeah, I think you can put up with a lot if you make a lot of money doing it.
And they said that maybe it'll be Mr. Freeze in it.
Ooh.
And it will be a while because remember Warner Brothers with the HBO Max, like they're doing some TV shows, like some
The Penguin.
Yeah, the Penguin
Colin
show.
Farrell as the Penguin.
So they have some other stuff that'll come first.
Yeah. So can you say that thing again about Mr. Freeze?
Mr. Freeze?
Yeah.
What? That Mr. Freeze should be in it?
Yeah. I think they should put that idea on ice.
Nice, there it is. Thanks for adding that.
If they have Mr. Freeze in the movie, he doesn't make a million ice puns. I know it's supposed to be a more serious take on Batman, but still, you got to have Mr. Freeze playing into the jokey side of him. Have you seen the Batman yet?
Well, why would I? I mean,
what do you mean?
I just haven't. I'm disappointed in myself.
Why do you have HBO Max?
I don't know.
If you're not watching the Batman,
I don't know why I do.
I mean, there's of course a plethora of other wonderful entertainment options on HBO Max.
Not watching
but the
it
Batman
either.
is the premier thing that you should be doing. And you're paying that, you're giving the money anyways. You might as well get your money's worth.
I know, and I'm not the only one who has streaming services, and we don't watch things on it. We just have it. But I would like to watch the Batman. I just haven't felt like. I just don't want to watch anything moody or long.
But don't you watch TikToks to make you cry?
Yeah, I do.
So why don't you watch the Batman to make you feel something?
Moody is different than emotional.
Oh, I
A
didn't know
dog
that.
getting adopted on TikTok. I'll cry at that.
Well, what about Batman saving lives?
It
Coming to a
doesn't feel-
realization about himself.
Doesn't
about
feel the
why
same.
he does what he does.
I will eventually.
What if
Stop
you have a
pressuring.
realization about yourself? What if you realize why you're doing what you're doing?
Hey, I'll tell you what, the realization would be more along the lines of me adopting another dog than it is me saving the city.
If Batman just had a dog, there's lots of cats in the movie. Catwoman, she adopts cats.
No, that's why I was
she
so into,
saves them.
I'm so into John Wick. You know,
Yeah.
like this just has that element.
That's a lot darker than Batman.
But it has the dog.
Not for long, it doesn't.
I know, but it's the driving force. It's the driving force. So they said, yes, the Batman will get another The Batman.
Well, I can't wait for that.
We would say rate and review the podcast. But let's be honest, that would probably hurt more than hell. The Worst of the Riot podcast.
You know what's coming up, Nikki?
Our food fights.
Well, besides that, I mean, obviously that's the most exciting.
We've got a Krispy Kreme food fight in just a few minutes.
But coming up next Saturday is the Kentucky Derby.
It is.
Yeah, you love the Kentucky Derby, don't you?
Well,
All the crazy hats.
Little Nikki loved horses. But then I found out about the darkness of horse racing.
What do you mean?
It's not pleasant.
the whipping them? Is that what you have a problem with?
And what happens if you don't win?
Oh, well, I mean, it happens to everybody one day. They all,
You know what? What happens is not like if I just don't run fast enough to my office upstairs, I don't get sent to the farm.
yeah. Okay, so,
So it's darker for me and I don't like it.
yeah, well, the Kentucky Derby is coming up, and you know what they do for a lot of the horses in horse racing is they put on the blinders, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they've got to make sure that a horse. I was looking it up because like, why do they do that? It's
Is it to focus?
Yeah, because they get distracted either by the crowd if it's like the Kentucky Derby where there's a lot of people there,
Or the whipping?
or the other horses. Like they just don't want they want the horses to focus on what's ahead, focus on getting to the finish line as fast as they can, as best as they can, and not focus on everything else going on around them. And sometimes we probably need blinders too, because we get focused on all the other horses, all the other people around us and what they're doing, and if they're ahead of us or behind us, better or worse. And that changes how we go through life when that's not how it should be. We don't need to focus on everybody else to decide, well, at least I'm not in last place. At least I'm ahead of somebody, or see somebody else ahead of us and go, well, I guess I'll never catch them. So, what am I supposed to do? That's not how you're supposed to go through life, because then that just winds up really like there's just so many negative outcomes that can come from that, whether you're just stuck perpetually in the middle, just making sure you're not in last place, or whether you're super down on yourself because you'll never be the best. You just can't do that in life. But here's the great thing. That's not what God wants you to do. Jesus doesn't want you to compare yourself to everybody else and see if that's the deciding factor of whether your life is a success. Jesus has a plan for you. Jesus has a way laid out for you in life where you go through life and you just do what you're supposed to do. God will help you do it. Jesus will guide you through life, will help you focus on what's important and not get bogged down in what everybody else has going on. Jesus wants to help you get through life the best that you can, to focus on doing what you can. And all you need to do is ask, say, hey, God, I'm ready for you to come into my life, to show me how to do things a little differently, and to stop focusing on all the people that feel like they're much better or much worse than me. I just want to be the best that I can be. And God's going to help you with that. If you want to know more, check out RadioU.com/free gift.
If you're looking for diet motivation, you won't find it here. The Riot Radio U.
We've got the new Cinnamon Toast Crunch collaboration with Krispy Kreme.
So I think I'm going to have to be honest and tell you guys what all is wrong with this order that we got.
You're going to start with a negative?
I am, because every time our local Krispy Kreme doesn't seem to care to get the order right. So we're also missing the cinnamon milk glazed donut. And we're missing the collab box that it should have come in.
It should have come in a pretty box?
Yes.
Way.
There is a special.
I didn't make a call.
It's a Krispy Kreme Cinnamon Toast Crunch collab box that the 3 donuts are supposed to come in. And no one said there's also a chiller drink that has cinnamon Toast Crunch whipped cream on top of it.
Did they have like big signage and stuff when you went in, all about the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or was it kind of low key?
It was very low key because when I pulled up, I went through the drive-thru, and when I pulled up, I didn't even see it on the menu. I had to ask. Because I was like, do you guys have like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch thing? And they're like, oh, yeah. I was like, give me the variety pack.
Well, they didn't give it to you.
No, they didn't even give it to me.
So we're going to try the other 2 flavors.
We did the best we could. Isaiah did the best he could.
I think I'm most sad about the
Krispy
box.
Kreme did not.
I know. I just really wanted to see the box.
It would have been cool.
It feels like the one donut we missed out on, and then the drink. I mean, the drink would have been good, but the donut we missed out on is like the most basic version of this. So maybe if we feel like these are too complicated, maybe just try the base version. But also, that like going through 4 things, that would have been a lot. We don't have time for all of that.
You know what, though? It would have been nice to just be offered.
It would have been nice to have the
extra,
option,
you know?
yeah. But maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe these suck, actually. That's also a possibility.
So this is the Krispy Kreme Cinnamon Milk Glaze Collection. That's what they're calling it. There's a cinnamon milk glazed donut. We're going to try the glazed donut with cream cheese and then a cinnamon milk glazed donut with dulce de leche.
Should we try the dulce de leche first?
Yeah, that sounds good. Now, I was kind of disappointed also. Just add another layer.
Here we go.
It doesn't seem like there's any filling in any of these donuts.
No, they're not filled.
Krispy Kreme, once they spoiled us with the filling, when they started putting that in the ring donuts, which is so good, now we just expect it in everything.
So it's basically just a glazed donut with the cinnamon milk glaze on top, topped with cinnamon toast crunch, and this one has a dulce de leche thing on top.
Oh, yours is topped with cinnamon toast crunch?
You don't have any on yours?
No.
You picked the wrong
Well, you
side.
have the wrong half.
Why'd you cut it in half like that?
You know what? It's fine, all right? There's more over there. What do we think?
It tastes, I mean, I didn't get any cinnamon toast crunch. It just tastes like a Krispy Kreme.
You want me to throw a piece of cinnamon toast crunch at you?
I think I can imagine it.
What about the other one? Did you get cinnamon toast crunch on that?
I did.
Okay.
I just don't understand why they do the thing where they don't put it on the entire donut.
Well, the pieces of cinnamon toast crunch are only on half, and I think maybe artistically, or they're just being cheaper with it.
Yeah, cheaper.
All right,
Well, just put like 3 pieces evenly spread.
They're not going to do that. So
I
what do you
expect
think
way
of
too much of
the
Krispy Kreme.
cinnamon milk glazed donut with cream cheese? What do we think of that?
Well, I didn't get to that one yet.
I'm sorry. That's the dulce de leche.
Yeah.
one.
That one was good.
You like it?
It was solid.
It's pretty good.
The cinnamon toast crunch was kind of, I don't know, it didn't taste that good on top. It wasn't such a fan
so I'm
of
not
it.
missing out on it.
I wouldn't say so.
Sometimes it needs to stay crispy, and I don't know after a while if that could just be exposed to the air. Would it be as
Could get stale.
Yeah. So the other one is the cream cheese. It's topped with cream cheese. Oh, a piece fell on the keyboard, guys.
Lay it off. Lay it off.
Give me the napkin. And then it's got cinnamon toast crunch, and again, the same glazed cinnamon milk glazed donut below it. Okay. What do you think of this one? I think that one's better.
I'm still thinking. Oh. Cream cheese with cinnamon toast crunch is not a combo I'm used to.
I like it.
I think
It's
that one
pretty
has
good.
more to it. The other one just doesn't taste too far off from
A regular Krispy Kreme,
a regular
right?
Krispy Kreme donut.
I think this one has it tastes almost comparable to when we had the cinnamon toast crunch spread that we put on the toast. This kind of has that kind of effect. It's very similar.
Well, if you didn't watch a few weeks ago, we tried Cinnamon Toast Crunch has a spread like a peanut butter, but it's just Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It is delicious. And I feel like you could do your own thing with topping whatever donut you have with it, and it'd be just as good.
I think it would be better. Actually.
This is good. This one's like a dessert with
The
this
cream
cream cheese on
cheese
top.
one?
Yeah.
It is enjoyable for sure, and I actually like the cinnamon toast crunch on top of this one. The crunch is a nice touch. So I mean, I give this good marks.
If it was filled, then that I think would be next level. with
extra.
it.
for sure.
Yeah.
And if our local Krispy Kreme didn't forget all the other items, I think it would also be
And
next
we could
level.
wash it down with a cinnamon toast crunch latte or whatever it was.
Well, RadioU staff, we got more donuts if you want to try the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Milk Glaze Collection with Krispy Kreme.
I think we give them a thumbs up on what we actually got, but a thumbs down on giving us everything we wanted.
It kind of just feels like we could have made something that would have tasted similar with just our own box of cereal.
Yes, I
That's
agree
still
with
good.
that. Yeah, it's good,
I like the
though.
box of cereal.
Absolutely perfect. No notes. The Riot on Radio U.
Stop me if this sounds familiar. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Stop. No.
Stop.
And Shailene Woodley. Is it Shailene? Shailene?
Shailene, maybe?
Woodley?
Yeah.
Woodley?
We'll call her Wood.
Wood?
How about the one person? Were they ever engaged or like?
Yeah,
that was his
they were
girlfriend?
engaged. They were engaged, but now they are donezo.
I thought they were already done.
Good. Well, they were done, and then they got back together. They were engaged, and then they called the engagement off, but then it sounded like they were going to try to make things work. But now the reports coming out are that Shailene Woodley is officially finished with Aaron Rodgers. She tried to, according to E! News, she tried to give it another shot and was spending time with Aaron. But she quickly saw that everything was on his terms and nothing was going to change. There was no reason to continue, and she's done with it again.
Okay, no offense, but like outside of you, is there anyone who likes Aaron Rodgers? Because I don't get a lot of good news or press on him forever.
Well, you know how it is. Once the media turns on somebody.
Oh, man.
Yeah, all you see is all the negative stories coming out about them and all the times that Aaron Rodgers donates to charity or...
Yeah. Similar to Baker Mayfield, you'd say, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay,
Sometimes you just get unfairly maligned. The media turns on you. We've seen it with countless celebrities, and Aaron Rodgers is just one of the latest, where all you get is the bad news and never the good.
I don't feel like they ever get canceled, but I just don't ever get a lot of the I'm sure they do good things, but I just never hear any of that. So I wasn't sure like what I'm supposed to feel concerning this.
You're supposed to feel
like
good.
him as a player.
You're supposed to feel good. Aaron Rodgers, focused on the
Locked
upcoming
in.
season.
He's ready for the
No
season.
distractions anymore.
Yeah. Well, because that
Which
includes,
it sounds like he wasn't very distracted anyways.
that makes sense because with the Baker Mayfield and then the other guy who has like the wife and the brother that no one likes.
Oh, yeah, Patrick Mahomes.
It feels like some of the more high-profile NFL players who have news issues tends to be surrounded by like, well, their wife tweeted this or their girlfriend
That's
tweeted
right.
that. So it could be better that he just takes a break.
The less friends you have, the better.
The better player you'll
The
be.
less friends and relationships so you can focus on what's truly important above all else, winning football games.
Wow, that's deep right there.
And
Hudson.
that's what I care about for Aaron Rodgers. And so I trust that heading into this season, there will be nobody more focused than him.
You meet Aaron Rodgers, you're like, I hope you find nobody.
Yeah, I hope you stay single the whole year, for the whole season, please. Off season, do whatever you want, but for season, let's get focused in here.
100% isolated and alone, except for your football teammates and coaches, would be ideal.
Hudson really just wants the best for everybody.
Yeah. Do you remember?
So obvious.
I think when he won the Super Bowl, I'm going to assume this, but I have nothing to back it up, that he was single the one time he won.
You're just gonna
guess. It was before he was, he had so much success. He wins the Super Bowl. Then all of the ladies suddenly got on board.
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah,
That's how it goes, I guess. Fingers crossed for me next. We gotta get some wins over here.
All you have to do is just win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know.
first,
It isn't that
And
tough.
Shailene Woodley could be coming over.
That's enough of that. For more Riot content, head to riot.radiou.com.